Hello and welcome to the Virtual Cheese Awards 2023, showcasing the very best of Great British cheeses. I'm Cara Bowen and I am moderating the session this afternoon. Today we are judging the F8 class Goat's Milk Hard Cheese. I'd now like to welcome and introduce you all to our incredible judges who are going to introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about their cheese journeys. Over to you, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah Miness and I'm the specialist cheese buyer for Waitrose. I've been a buyer at Waitrose now for 8 years, but only 2 years in the cheese area. And over those 2 years, I have spent a lot of time studying and meeting suppliers, and I've done my level 1 and my level 2, and through a couple of modules on my level 3 Academy of Cheese Awards, so that I'm fully up together and learning lots. And I'm looking forward to this afternoon and really trying lots of lovely goat's cheese.
Amazing, thank you. And the one and only Terry Hudson.
Hi, I'm Terry. I've been in the dairy industry for about 50 years. During that time, I've been involved in all sorts of UK cheese, territorials and cheddar. I know most of the cheesemakers in the UK, and I've been judging for about 30 years at various shows. And I've also had the pleasure of traveling to lots of countries around the world, looking at cheese manufacture and troubleshooting, etc. And today I'm judging at the fantastic Virtual Cheese Awards, and we're just about to look at some goat's cheese.
Brilliant, guys. Well, I think we should just dive straight on in. Our first cheese actually has to be cooked. So the judges have just cooked the cheese, and it is F8 1117. So you can have a look at it.
So here we have a Lumi style cheese, obviously made with goat's milk. You can tell it's very, very pale, as goat's and sheep's milk is, because they convert the carotene to vitamin A, which gives it that very pale appearance. This one looks fantastic. It's used as a replacement for feta and mozzarella on occasion with salads. Goes very nicely with salads. And the way they cook it, the way they produce it, it's the curds are dipped in the whey to give it that stretchability. So away we go.
It looks like a halloumi, doesn't it? Looks nice texture.
Yes.
What you'd expect from a halloumi or a halloumi style.
Yeah, so the texture's brilliant. It's
yeah. Nice moisture.
So appearance wise, it's super. You know, there's a little bit of whey running out of it, which you'll expect.
Yeah, from the style, yeah.
Like a lot of cheeses of this style, like buffalo mozzarella and things like that, you do get a little bit of whey with it, which
yeah,
typical.
So a 9?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a 9.
I know aroma might be hard on this one, but
I smell the cooked one.
I was going to say, we have a smell of the section that's been cooked.
Yeah, it is hard to.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's clean, you know, for a goat's milk cheese. It's lovely and clean and fresh, acidic, which you'd expect. So aromas was lovely, and the cooked one tastes like it's cooked.
Hang on, Henry. He's decided to dig a hole in the corner of the kitchen. Sorry.
All right.
Good dog.
So appearance-wise, it's very good. I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It's a lovely white and bright cheese, free from any discolorations. Little bit of moisture, and the cooked one is lovely. So I think it's down to the cooking, to be honest. But to be honest, but no, it's lovely. So
Yeah. And the aroma, you wouldn't expect a strong aroma. So actually it's probably it's a good aroma because there isn't too much coming through for this style.
So appearance wise, what would you give it then, Sarah? So
Appearance, a 9 for appearance?
yeah, definitely a 9. Yeah.
And aroma, guys?
I'd probably say 9 again, because you don't expect this cheese to have a strong aroma.
Texture, what's the texture like?
Just as it should be.
You get that
It's
weak.
plain and crumbly. It's got a nice crumbly mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Just as you'd expect with a salad, and you get chunks of this in the salad. It complements the salad very nicely. Or you could heat it up like these.
Yeah.
And gives it, it's almost like a totally different cheese once you've fried it or grilled it.
Yeah.
Answers the flavour a bit, but
So I think texture is pretty spot on where it should be.
yeah.
So again, I'd probably say another 9.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And flavour, guys? And
It's as you'd think, it's salty, which it should be.
is the balance good?
It's not too salty, is it? It's where
No.
you
No, it's just exactly where it should be. It's clean and fresh.
yeah. It's quite creamy as well, isn't it, Terry, when you eat it?
Yeah.
And it's that sort of squeakiness. I think it's good.
Yeah, and there's cooked ones very nice too.
So where are we going with flavour then, guys?
I'd probably have to say 9 again. It's
Yeah, 9 across the board. It's a very good example of halloumi style cheese.
Yeah.
It's got that squeaky texture. So
Yeah, it's pretty good.
9 across the board.
Yeah.
We're off to a good start.
Thank you. What a great start. Bear with me 1 second. The next cheese that we're going to be looking at is F81150.
So nice parchment wrap cheese. Traditional cheese matured on a shelf in a store somewhere, or could even be a cave, but it's got a lovely rind on it.
Yeah. Would it have been cloth wrapped?
Would it have been?
Wrapped in a cloth, or is it slight?
I can actually see the where the muslin cloth has sort of pattern on there.
Yeah.
Some of it's been pulled away where they've removed the bandage to actually cut it and pack it.
Yeah. I've got lots of different sort of flora on there as well coming through. There's some.
Yeah, I mean what you would expect in their store. They do get flora within individual stores.
It's a bit coming through the cheese there, just on.
Yeah, I've got the same. Slight mold ingress.
Yeah, but apart from that, it looks.
Yeah, looks nice.
Really, so maybe a bit of cracking. Maybe it's an 8.5.
Yeah, that's a good score. That 8.5. Just for the knock half a point off, just for the little bit of mold ingress. But it's a very attractive and appealing cheese. If it was on sale in a deli, you wouldn't be put off with that anyway. So 8.5.
And aroma, you definitely get that cave smell, don't you? Well, is it cave, or is it just? It's just where it's been developing and maturing.
Yeah.
On the mind.
You got that musty flavour from the
Yeah.
rind, which is good. You've got some very complex aromas coming off the curd itself, which is, you know,
Yeah,
farmy, which in a good way.
yeah. And a lot of the texture from the rind, actually, you can smell in a more subtle way coming through the paste. It's nice. Yeah, that's cool. I think probably a 9 for aroma.
Yeah, yes, definitely a good aroma.
Cool. Right, let me cut into it.
How's it cutting?
It's quite crumbly.
Yeah, it's quite brittle, but not overly brittle. Flinty texture is good.
Yeah.
There's no free moisture in the curd itself, which is good.
No, maybe feels a little dry, little
Mm.
powdery, but we'll be able to assess when I eat it. It is a little dry,
But yeah, little dry and powdery in the mouth.
like flour.
Texture, I'd go for an 8 really because of the mouthfeel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think definitely. It's maybe a bit dry. But you get all of those flavours coming through that you smell in the rinds, don't you? They just keep coming at
Lovely grassy notes coming through, farmhouse flavours,
yeah,
a nice tang about it.
really tangy. It's really nice.
So yeah, nice tingling on the tongue, complex flavours. So flavour wise, I'd go for a 9. About,
Yeah, yeah, I'd go for 9. It's just a shame it's not a bit more moist.
yeah, a bit more creamy.
Yeah,
Smooth in the mouth,
yeah.
but it was just a bit dry and crumbly, that's all, but nothing.
Yeah. But the balance is not, and actually the complexity of the cheese, all those flavours that just keep coming through, don't they? It's lingering for a very long time. It's very nice.
Yeah, I do like the flavour, it's lovely.
Yeah.
I'm going to recap those scores for you then, guys. You've got appearance 8.5, aroma 9, texture 8, and flavour 9.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, we're moving on to the next cheese, which is F81144. Ooh. Very distinctive.
So this looks like a brined wash curd. Just guessing really, but it's in one of those special plastic molds.
Yeah, there's lots of flowers coming through. You can see the yellow.
Yeah.
Or add to the flavour. And there's a nice halo on that, actually, isn't there?
Yeah, it's slight open texture, which is fine.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, they're not gas produced, it's mechanical openness, which is fine.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks a really nice piece of cheese. I'd go for a 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
salivating.
Right, aroma. I'm just coming to it.
Oh. It's lovely and clean. There's no off flavours or taints or anything nasty about it.
No.
And I think goat's milk cheeses have come a long way because goats naturally eat all sorts of weeds and goodness knows what, but this is lovely and clean.
Yeah, it is clean.
Yeah, nothing nasty at all. Very
No. a bit yogurty as well, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, all the notes I'm picking up are dairy related notes, so
Yeah. With a bit of green, there's a hint of green in one of the notes.
mm.
Maybe it's very top grass. But yeah, it's lovely.
So aroma, I'd go for 9 again.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So
Mm.
texture next.
It just melts like butter.
I know.
Amazing.
I think it's really, really nice in the mouth. It's lovely. It's not
Mm.
claggy or sticky, or you've got that very creamy, buttery texture in the mouth. Cut's lovely. You know, it's got a really nice, smooth cut.
That's yeah, it's really nice in the mouth. So
I do
really-
like the texture. It's like a washed curd.
yeah,
But yeah, I'd go 9.5 really.
yeah, 9.5 texture, definitely.
So what would it need to be a 10, guys?
It's just reserving again. I might come back, and I don't know about
Yeah,
7.
we
We might come back and give it a 10. So
Okay, so
We'll
let's
just keep
just
that
remember
half
that we could do that. Put that one to one side.
yeah.
But
And
taste wise, have we done taste yet? We haven't done
No.
taste.
Not yet.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. You know,
Mm.
I would definitely go back for more if it was on my cheese board.
Yeah,
It's not a strong cheese, but there's lots of depth in different flavors.
yeah. It's quite alpine-like, really, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's a good. It would have broad appeal, you know, because
Yeah,
people who like strong cheese, it would appeal to them because there's lots of flavour. And like youngsters who don't like strong cheese, they will be quite happy to eat that. So it's got broad
Yeah.
appeal.
yeah,
So if people say, you know, a lot of people don't like goat's cheese because they've not had beautiful goat's cheese before. Is this a kind of cheese that you would say if you've never had goat's
Oh,
cheese?
definitely, yeah, they should give it a go.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
I do think goat's milk cheese has come on a long way, you know, in the last few years, and a lot of people were put off because, like I say, goats used to eat anything, all sorts of weeds and God knows what. But now, I think it is much nicer now. This will be a good cheese for a family to actually have a go.
yeah. And it's so creamy. So everything that people think goat's cheese might not be, you know, it's really buttery and creamy, and it's got all of those complex flavors in there.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really good.
So flavour,
9.5.
9.5. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So with another,
Early.
we're going to come back to it anyway.
Yes.
Cara's holding us to that. So.
I
Yeah.
am holding
Well-
you to that because I know you guys are capable of giving 10s.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to move on to F81108, please.
Interesting.
So appearance wise, it's lovely white and bright again, you know.
Yeah.
As again goat's milk does. Converted all the carotene, the yellowness out into vitamin A. No mottling, no discoloration.
It's almost like a goat cheddar block.
Yeah,
Exactly what I was thinking.
Look at
yeah,
that.
you're right. It's probably
Yeah.
made to a cheddar recipe with using goat's milk.
Yeah. Really.
And it works.
Yeah.
I can see where the cloth is. It's probably made in a 20-kilo block.
Yeah.
Where the cloth mark on the edge.
Yeah. So appearance, what would we give it? I don't know if it's as appealing as some of the other ones, but it's probably true to form in that it's a block of goat's cheese.
Yeah, I don't think we can knock any points off because, you know, it is what it is basically, and there's no fault
Yeah,
in it. So I would go for a 9 because
9. Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it, is there? I know what you're saying, you know, some
Yeah.
are more appealing from a presentation point of view.
yeah. But it is true to form. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
So a 9.
yeah.
Aroma, guys?
It smell. I mean, it's got a clean goatee smell, but I'm not getting much else other than that.
Yeah,
Quite one-dimensional smelling.
yeah, it is very, very clean. There's nothing
Yeah,
at all. But on the other hand, you know, there's not a lot of cheesy notes coming through.
texture's okay. That it cuts well,
Mm,
as you'd sort of expect it to be. And actually, when you pull it apart, it's got that sort of cheddar type.
yeah,
Really.
it's got a very nice mouthfeel. Texture's very good. Creamy and buttery, nice.
Mm. Mm.
I should expect.
That tanginess comes through, doesn't it?
Mm,
Quite quickly, that tanginess of this type.
but
A bit drying. It's not. It could be a bit creamier, I think.
yeah, it's not as creamy as the previous one. So 8.5.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it is a very nice mouthfeel. It is creamy and buttery, but not quite as buttery as the other one.
So, guys, we haven't given it an aroma score and we haven't given it a texture score yet.
So aroma, I think probably about 7.5, just because it is a bit more one-dimensional.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot there. It wasn't a complex aroma. I don't like to use the word bland, but it was just lacking the cheesy notes that you get off of cheese. But you know, it's really well made cheese.
Yeah.
And texture?
Texture, I think, is good.
Yeah.
So probably a 9.
Yeah, yeah, to have that smooth, creamy, buttery feel about it.
And
then flavour.
it is a bit floury. It's a bit drying. It's quite tangy. I don't know if it's as balanced as we've seen from some of the others. I don't know.
It's very, very mild, which again is maybe how they want it to be. It probably lacks a little bit of complexity. It is a bit one-dimensional. There's one flavour and it disappears quite quickly.
It goes, yeah.
So
interesting.
It's an 8 because it's clean. And
yeah, and interestingly, I kept going back to try and eat it, to try and remember the taste of it, because I kept losing it.
Yeah.
So that's
so an 8.
a bit salty. Yeah. Just
You guys, we're going to move on to F81092, please.
this one looks exciting. Look at that.
I'm just having too much cheese envy today.
I'm having too much cheese, full stop.
Yeah.
No thing, people.
Yeah. This is a wonderful looking cheese, traditional cheese. It's got a lovely rind on it with the flora from the store. You can see where it's been bandaged. There's a pattern on the surface. There's no cracking, no mold ingress. So
No.
it's very well looked after.
Yeah.
Don't know if yours is the same, Sarah.
Yeah, mine is. There's nothing coming through. It's got a bit of openness in the texture, but you'd expect that. Yeah, it looks really good.
So appearance, I would say a 9.
Yeah, definitely.
Why not a 10, guys?
You're twisting our arm.
No, I just want to know what they would need to do to make that a 10.
True.
You're putting me on the spot now, so you're trying to drag this extra. I'll go for
That's
a nine
my
and a
job,
half.
Jerry.
Nine, yeah, we'll go 9.5.
I go 9.5 because it is exceptionally good. I mean, it again, you would love to see that cheese on your cheese board, and you
Yeah,
go into a shop and it will be very attractive. Whereas a previous one just lacked that rustic look about it, and this has got the rustic look. So
yeah.
Beautiful.
Do you think it's been aged in a cave?
I don't know, because you'd probably get the same appearance from a cave as a modern store, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think the cave really is the story about it.
yeah.
How about aroma, guys?
It smells, I mean, the rind smells just what you'd expect from this sort of rind. It's got all of those
Yeah, you can smell
Musky
mustiness.
yeah,
This,
the cheese itself smells a bit musty as well, because you'd expect that coming through from the, maybe not as clean as I'd expect it to be, maybe, but that might just be, but very goaty, farmyardy, what
yeah,
those flavors that,
yeah. I think it's natural flavors. I don't think it's off flavors. I think
No.
that's just the goatee milk that's coming through, which to me it actually enhances the flavor, because there's interesting bits in there.
yeah.
Lovely. So what do we want to give it for aroma then?
9.
Yeah, 9. Cara will say, why not 10?
Why not?
I don't even need to say it anymore. You're saying it yourselves.
No, I think it's a very nice cheese, and another one we might come back to. Do you think, Sarah?
Yeah, I think it might be.
So,
The texture is nice as well, isn't it? The texture's
What do you mean when you say nice, Sarah?
it's got that butteriness and mouth in the mouth feel as well to it again. It's got pepperiness to it as well when you taste it, isn't it? Slightly, I don't want to say spicy, but it is that peppery tang.
Yeah, which is, I quite like the complexity that there's all sorts of things going on the palate, you know.
Yeah,
Definitely worth coming back to that one.
yeah.
Okay. Texture wise, what are we going to give it?
Well, it is what you'd expect it to be, so probably a 9.5.
Yeah.
And then flavour.
Well, I really like the flavour. I would say 9.5 on the flavour.
Yeah. It just keeps giving you all of the, make sure that like,
That's right.
It just keeps.
So are we going to come back to that one as well, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
So moving on to the home state. So we're moving on to F81091.
It's quite a wet cheese, I'd say. Ooh.
So Sarah, can you hold it up to the camera? It's the light's just shining off the cheese because it's so shiny.
Can you see that?
Yeah, can we have a look at the paste?
Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, thank you. Fantastic. Thanks, guys.
So yeah, my cheese is very moist.
Yeah, it is quite wet. Running on the cheese board, I'm not sure this variety should be that running.
No, and it's making all the outside. It was that be the annatto? Did you say that's what they used before? Could it be something different?
That's what they use for the Munster cheese. It could be the same. doesn't smell like any spices or anything like that. So it's
No.
probably a natto as well, just to give it that orangey coat. And it's actually run into the surface of the cheese.
Yeah, mine's like that. Yeah, I'm not.
So appearance, I would go for a 7 really, because
Yeah,
just looks a little bit untidy, you know, but
yeah,
maybe some people find that appealing, but
yeah. No, I
and
agree.
it's a bit wet as well.
Yeah,
So you're saying 7 for that one, guys, for appearance.
yeah.
Yeah,
Aroma?
It's got quite a sweet aroma.
it's certainly clean. There's no nasties in there.
No.
For a goat, you know, it's nothing at all nasty.
It's quite fruity.
Mm.
Smells quite fruity. I'd probably give it an 8 for aroma. Because
Yeah,
you're not necessarily
yeah,
getting goatee notes, are you?
mm.
But not.
There's nothing nasty, but there's also
No.
thing
Stuff.
nice dairy notes coming off of it. So
Yeah.
I think it's lovely and clean and fresh. Nothing nasty, but it would be nice to have a little bit more of the nicer things coming through.
Yes.
That dairy sort of cheesy notes.
Yeah. And the texture, I'm not sure if the texture is coming out quite right. Well, I cut it, it sort of like fell apart, but I don't know if that's because of the moisture loss.
Yeah, I don't find the texture too bad, to be honest. It's probably slightly gritty. I was expecting it to be a bit more smooth, but it's slightly gritty in the mouth.
Gritty and that sort of bit floury, dry, which could be because that moisture's coming out a bit more. So yeah, probably an 8 for the texture, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Do we give it an aroma score, guys?
We said 8, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We said 8 because there was nothing nasty about it, but there was nothing
sort of stand out either.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally flavour.
Flavour's not too bad actually. I don't mind it. It's a bit salty, it's a bit sweet. You don't get that goatee note, and actually once you've had it, it sort of falls off the cliff a bit. It doesn't sort of carry on too long, but
yeah. I think it could do with a little bit more of appeal in terms of flavour, a few more different things, whereas the previous one there was all sorts of different things going on. This one, I mean, there's nothing horrible about it, nothing nasty, but it's lovely and clean and fresh. And again, maybe that's how they want it to be for people who make it.
Yeah, so probably, what do you think? At 7.5 or an 8? 8?
An 8, because that's probably the way they want it, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. We're moving on to F81047.
This is another interesting one. So I think that's like a plastic coat again, isn't it?
Yeah.
No?
Yes, it's like it's sort of painted on, isn't it? It's not a natural rind.
You can see where it's been racked probably and turned maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's definitely not a rind, say, come about in a maturation store. It's, like you say, a plastic coat of some description. But it does look quite
Yeah.
nice, actually.
Yeah.
But
It looks attractive, yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'll give it an 8.5.
Yeah. 8.5. Yeah. And then aroma. Smells a bit smoky on the outside.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, it is smoked. I'm not sure if it should be.
Is it in
Yeah, it is. It's a smoked cheese.
smoked? Yeah.
So
It's hard.
anyway, we'll judge it as it is. I mean, the aroma, I can't really smell any of the cheese, so we'll give it 7.5.
Is that because the smoke is masking it, or just because there's no
It
smell?
is. The smoke is masking it.
Yeah.
Flavors. So
Yeah. And it's smoked quite well all the way through. So even when you cut into it, you can't smell much more, can you?
yeah,
But the texture's nice though.
it is. It's lovely texture.
Yeah.
Creamy.
Yeah.
So is that a 7.5 for aroma, guys?
Yeah.
A mouthfeel?
The mouth feels okay actually. It's creamy, it's not too drying. So probably an 8 for texture.
Yeah, 8 for mouthfeel, texture.
Okay. And then finally flavour.
Flavor, well, I think it's overpowered by the smokiness. I'm not really getting any cheese notes at all.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm struggling to get. It's made it quite sweet as well.
So I'd say an 8 really. I mean, there's again, there's nothing horrible about it. No nasty notes, no off flavors or taints. But all I'm getting is sort of smoky.
Yeah. Yeah, it just hides it, doesn't it? Hides the cheese a bit.
Okay, so what would you like to give it for flavour?
Probably 8.
An 8, yeah.
Okay. We're going to go on to F81172, please.
This looks an interesting one.
Yeah.
It's obviously got a white mould as the rind.
Wow.
Curd inside is nice, white and bright, uniform.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting cheese.
There's some breakdown around the edge as well.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see. Which you'd expect with this, with the white molds.
Yeah, I think with a different culture, it's not going to go all runny like a camembert, but it's or a brie.
Just that little bit more, yeah. Okay. So appearance.
Yeah, it's quite attractive. I think it's a different cheese.
Yeah. What,
interesting bits about it.
Should we give it a 9?
Yeah, 9. Sort of cheese you'd have on the cheese board and you'd go for just to try it out.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So aroma.
Again, this smells quite like goaty farmyardy.
Yeah. I'm picking up the white mold, the penicillin mold.
Yeah.
which smells like what?
Quite well, it's a bit of mushroom, isn't it? And there's sort of
Yeah,
vegetable smells.
I quite like it, you know, there's lots
Yeah.
of nice, interesting flavours. Not off flavours, but a bit more about it.
Yeah. Be interesting how it's what it's done to the actual cheese.
Mm. So is it texture next or aroma?
We've done, what have we done? We've done appearance, so aromas next.
Aroma. Yeah.
Um,
Like I say, I would say 9 again.
9, yeah.
And then texture.
It's a bit drier than I thought it was going to be.
Mm.
I thought it would be more creamier and more.
Yes, not quite as creamy and buttery as some of we've had. I mean, it's a very nice cheese, but it tends to dry the palate slightly.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the same.
it's a bit floury texture.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'd probably go an 8 for the
Yeah.
taste. It's not lasting as long as I thought.
No, I was expecting it to be a bit better, to be honest.
Yeah, you get a great tanginess.
But it doesn't linger, does it?
No.
So it's probably a bit one-dimensional.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
Mm.
I think maybe there's potential to do more with that type.
I'd give it an 8 because it's nice
Yeah.
and clean and nothing wrong with it. You agree?
Yeah. It's got that nice sour cream note as well.
Mm.
But yeah, it's
Great
the
tanginess. And a little one-dimensional, but has a lovely sour cream note.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's clean.
Lovely. Right. Moving on to F81207, please.
This one looks really interesting.
Mm.
Wow, the flora on that.
Yeah.
Almost
Is it pepper or something? Or?
yeah, like something's been added to it. I didn't know whether it might be like a vinegar or something, I suppose, with that colour in, but I don't know.
It's like it's been coated with some sort of herbs.
Do you think it's herbs?
Guys, would you mind just holding it up to the camera and the pace?
Oh.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Lovely.
So we have got some of the rind just coming through to the cheese,
Yeah.
but not too bad, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? It looks.
Yeah, it is a very interesting looking cheese, very appealing. Probably very difficult to cut without dragging all the bits into the cheese itself. I don't know what they are on the surface. Or it might just be the flora, but
yeah, it might be. But it's a bit wet as well, isn't it? A bit.
yeah, I think there's some sort of way I can smell the sort of fermented, but appearance wise, yeah, I'd go for 8.5. I don't know what you think, Sarah.
Yeah, I think 8.5 is probably right. Looks like it's I'll show this one actually. Let me get right. Like it's slightly more matured here than at the I don't know which is the bottom of the top, then so it's not evenly maturing through it. So yeah, I think you're right. Did you say 8.5?
Probably very difficult to keep a clean cut face.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so texture is it, or aroma next? Aroma, isn't it?
Aroma next, please.
Cut into it. Actually. I mean, it's got that musty smell on the rind.
Mhm.
A bit, actually, it's quite on one end of the, I don't know if it's the bottom, it must be the bottom bit. It's really farmyardy.
Yeah. I'm picking up a little bit of fermented as well from the whey. I think there's a little bit
Yeah.
of whey coming out of it.
Yeah,
But it's, you know, certainly appealing. So
Yeah.
aroma 8.5 again, would you?
yeah. I think 8.5. Let's have a look. And the texture seems like it's going to be soft and creamy, but
The texture's very nice, actually. It cuts well and smooth and creamy. It's not as dry in the mouth as the previous one.
no. It's still got a bit of a flowery note, hasn't it?
Mm.
That powdery at the end.
8.5.
Yeah, I think 8.5. But probably it'd be nice to see it a bit creamier. Bit
Yeah.
of that creaminess just going. It's the flavour. The flavour doesn't last long, but it is quite for me, it's a bit vinegary. Or maybe it's not vinegar. Maybe it's
So I think what you're picking up, Sarah, is that there's like whey. There's a little bit of whey about it, which ferments a little bit, and
yeah.
I think that's what it is. I mean, it's not terrible, but
No, not by any means. No. But it doesn't last, does it?
yeah. But I'd give it 8.5 again for flavour.
Yeah. I want more going on. I don't think there's enough on with that.
Yeah.
So guys, can I recap that one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's an 8.5 for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, a very good cheese. I mean, we're being very discerning.
It's a tough class.
Very tough. So we're kind of at the end, but there were two that you wanted to go back to.
Yeah.
One was F81144.
Yeah, that's that one.
Yep. And F81144, and the other one was F81029.
Yeah.
102 or 92.
1092, sorry, Terry.
You're trying to catch me up, aren't you?
I was.
You had me in a panic for a minute.
Right, so you got F81144.
Yeah.
Wanted to come back on the texture and the flavour.
Yeah. Just gonna cut it again.
Yeah. I mean, there's two really outstanding cheeses, very interesting, you know, lots of appeal, textures really good. So it's just for me and Sarah to decide which one.
Well, if you decide that you want to put both of them through.
I'd really like to. I don't know about you, Sarah. I'd like to put both of them through.
Yeah, definitely. I was just tasting this one again. It's still the same. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just tasted. You've got appearance is 9, aroma 9, texture 9.5, and flavour 9.5.
Yeah.
Question if that should be a 10.
I would give them both all 10s. What do you say?
Yeah, no, I agree. They're
I
both.
did say we were keeping some marks in reserve, so
yeah.
I think
So you want me to score them as
Sarah?
10s all through for both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. So the winning cheeses in the goat's milk hard cheese, unsurprisingly, are giving it all away. F81144 and F81092. The judges have been unable to separate them, so they are both going through as the class winner.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just
We'd
like
like-
to say it was a really difficult job. I mean, I know we've been super critical, but all of the cheese really, they deserve to be here. So,
Yes.
you know, it was a tough job. So I hope they take any criticism as constructive criticism, but all of these cheeses were so interesting, and well done to everybody.
Yes, I just on behalf of the cheesemakers, I'd really like to thank the two of you for your amazing feedback today. And you know, as you said, it's really constructive criticism. They've all been brilliant cheeses. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Butler's Farmhouse Cheeses, with the beautiful aprons. Somebody give us a 12. Oops, Sarah's about to give us a 12. Butler's have supported us since the inception of the awards, and we are very grateful for their support. Yeah, again, thank you to you two. You've been amazing and made my job very easy. If I could get everybody to pencil in their diaries Wednesday, the 17th of May, where we will be judging the best of classes in the categories. But on top of that, we have the best English cheese, best Northern Irish cheese, best Welsh cheese, best Scottish cheese. We have a new trophy this year for the highest winning SALSA accredited cheese. But along with all of those, we continue to celebrate the industry and the amazing passionate people in there. So please feel free to nominate for free your cheese heroes, any young cheesemakers or new cheesemakers. And we celebrate sustainability within the industry and the importance of it. And the day will culminate with the award of our Supreme Champion for 2023.